Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Our next guest says that joy is not just a feeling, it is a choice. Here to explain, we welcome back author and motivational speaker, Dr. Elijah Nicholas. It is so nice to see you.
Hello, it is always so nice to see you, Hannah. How are you today?
I'm great, and I always think of you as such a joyful and optimistic person. Is this a conscious choice that you make in your everyday life? Because it's not always easy to be so joyful.
It is absolutely a conscious choice. Every single day that I wake up, I choose happiness and I choose joy because it sets the tone for my day and for my life.
Well, and then for everyone else around you who comes in contact with you too, tell me about how this sets up the topic for your new book that's coming out soon.
Because I choose joy, I was consciously navigating the earth, if you will. And one day I realized that I was helping other people find joy, find happiness, and choose joy. And I realized that I was feeling a bit down and a bit heavy. And so I took a trip to Florida with my beautiful dog, and I took a 5 day solo trip with her. And we just meditated and we talked and we laughed. I talked to my dog. And so out of that came this book, what I call my love letter to joy, and it's really about reclaiming one's joy and remembering, how positive life is when we choose joy.
Are there places that you recommend for other people to start if they're thinking, gosh, I'd like to reclaim my own joy, but I don't even know where to begin that process?
The first place to start is to have an honest conversation with yourself. Ask yourself, am I happy? Am I joyful? And if not, what needs to happen? What needs to change? And sometimes those are drastic changes, and sometimes it's a minor shift to the left or right to get into alignment with yourself.
What about the idea of joy as a radical act? I feel like I hear that phrase more and more. How can we kind of frame our minds around that and think about, I can participate this in my everyday life and choose joy over and over again?
Joy and happiness can be perceived as a radical act, especially when you choose it for yourself, because sometimes others around us may feel the consequences or the nudge to the left or the nudge to the right. But it's important to be radical and make sure that you are choosing yourself every single day. And it starts with saying, am I joyful or not? And if not, why not? And making the changes necessary.
Tell me about the process of putting all of this into a book. I know it is not easy to get a project like that done from start to finish. Did you discover new things along the way or kind of overcome some different hardships you weren't expecting?
Yes, well, the first thing I overcame was ego. I had to admit, I had to admit to myself that, I had gotten to a space where I needed to figure it out. And I realized that, I have to choose myself every single day. And in choosing myself, that allows me to help others. And so when I took that trip to Florida and I spent some time in the water, washed my feet in the ocean, if you will. And for me, that's when the downloads start coming because I can type and type and type and type and write and write and write. But if I'm not in alignment with my highest self, then the words are just words, and they don't have that real solid for me spiritual and conscious meaning behind them.
What do you hope people will take away when they get a chance to open up this book?
I hope that people, if it's just one message in the book that resonates with people, I hope that they find that message, and I hope that they walk away saying, you know what, I deserve joy. I deserve to be happy. And from this point on in my life, I am going to make conscious choices that lead to joy every single day.
Well, I always feel more joyful after talking with you. So thank you so much for visiting with us today.
You're always welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, we will have more information about Dr. Elijah, including how you can pre-order his new book. It's all on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.